Hey guys, welcome back to RMA Garage. I'm Mark and I'm glad you joined us today. We are doing a video on cleaning the black tank. Now, cleaning the black tank isn't something that I really like to do or even talk about because let's face it, you're dealing with things that really shouldn't be in your life. It should be just a flick of a finger and washing it flush down. Well, in an RV, you have to kind of deal with it twice. But I'm responding to a listener, watcher, subscriber, possibly, that asked us how we clean out our black tank. And basically, it's relatively simple, but there are a couple of things that we do to make it a little bit easier. And we're going to be talking about this little thing right here in a minute. But I do want to thank everyone for subscribing and for watching and for supporting the channel. If you don't have a subscription to my channel, please consider it. It helps grow the channel and it makes the experience for me improve and we can do bigger and better things. So, all right, guys, let's get to it.
Okay, guys, so we're here underneath the RV and I wanted to at least show you the black tank and kind of its configuration, shape, and size. And this would kind of give you an idea of really what we're cleaning and how we're doing what we're doing. So this tank here is roughly 20 inches wide, 32 inches long, and it is 13 inches deep. And I'll see if I can kind of show you that here. So roughly 13 inches deep. This is obviously needing to be cleaned because there's solids in here, obviously, and things slosh around, but sometimes the solids stick up against the side of the tank. Now there's a built-in mechanism, a built-in flush feature in this RV. You attach the hose to the inlet on the other side of the RV, and there's a hose that comes in and it sprays jets somehow kind of all in and around here. Now we can't see what it does. Obviously we can do it several times, but we have noticed that those jets sometimes are not adequate, especially if we haven't flushed the tank in a while. All right, guys, this is our secret weapon. It doesn't look like much, but it does a awesome job. What this is called a swivel stick. It's made by Camco, and I'll put a link below. But basically what you do is you attach the hose on one end, and this actually has its own little ball valve to turn the water off and on. Okay, and what we do is we attach the hose here, and then on the bottom there is a rotating mechanism, kind of like a power washer, and this thing rotates. So water comes out of this. There's a hole right there, and there is a hole right there, and what it does is it spins this way like that, and then at a very high rate of speed. And I'm going to show you a video here of me kind of showing you how much water actually comes out of here. But what we do is we stick this down the toilet. Okay. Now this creates quite a bit of pressure, and I'll actually show this other video here, me putting it in a bucket, and it really does throw water up against the side of the tank. Now obviously our tank is only going to be 13 inches long, so basically you're only sticking about that much into the tank, but then you have the length of the toilet. So as you can see here, this length is needed to get into the tank through the toilet. And I'm going to show you basically inside how you use it. Okay guys, so we're inside the RV and we've got our toilet and we've got our swivel stick. Okay, so as you can see, the pink water is already in there, and we have already winterized RV because we ran out of time. It's supposed to be below freezing tomorrow, and I just couldn't get to it in time. My wife had already cleaned or flushed the black tank out. But what you would do is you'd take your foot and you would hold the pedal down, and that would allow the valve here to open and to stay open. And now what you do is you would drop this down in, holding it, not dropping it, but you would push it down inside, and then you would turn the valve on with your hand, holding the stick firmly, and then turning this on. And then basically what you would do is you would go up and down and getting the sides of the tank. Now obviously once the tank gets full of water, probably halfway, you got to empty it. Because obviously if you spray this underwater, it does nothing. Okay, so what you do is you turn this on, you run it up and down a little bit, and then you flush, then you open the valve and you dump it.
All right, guys. So the next thing I want to do is take you through the entire operation, start to finish, on how I would do it in order of operation.
So the first thing we're going to do is obviously take the cap off, and we're going to attach our hose to the dump station that we're going to be attaching to. But I wanted to show you, I keep this in a bag because it's dirty, but this is the elbow and this is the part that screws into the dump station. Okay, but this top comes off, and what I do is I put a clear extension between the elbow and the part that attaches to the dump station. And the reason why I do that is because every time I flush the tank, I'm going to see the color brown come through here. And as the brown turns into light brown to clear brown to hopefully at some point clear water, I know that my tank is clean. So in between each flushing, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to see how clear is my water. The clearer the water, the cleaner the tank. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my hose to the flush tank inlet, however you want to say it. Basically, you attach it in there and you turn the water on, and you let this go probably for about 2 minutes, and you kind of let the tank build up for a little bit, because this will jet and clean the tank on the sides. And then I would go back, and then I would dump. I would probably do this about 2 or 3 times. And after that, then we start with the swivel stick.
Okay, so then we do the swivel stick probably 2 or 3 times, but we are constantly monitoring, obviously, the clear viewing glass. I don't know how else to do this, folks, but I mean, you gotta pay attention to it, or you don't know if it's clean or not. So when you start flushing, obviously you're going to be looking to make sure that it is clean. And this is how I go about flushing my tank. Now, again, this is probably going to take maybe about a half an hour or so if you're doing it by yourself. It'll probably go quicker if you had 2 people inside, one running the stick, and then I could dump and do the things that back and forth and kind of monitor it. So, but it really isn't that difficult. The swivel stick does make it a lot nicer and a lot easier to control what's going on inside the tank, because I really can't see what those jets are doing, but I can control what that swivel stick is doing. So, okay guys, once you got clear water, pack it up and you're done. All right guys, that's it for today's video. We got our swivel stick that we used a couple of days ago. Sorry that I didn't actually do it. My wife is efficient, and is as great that she is. She got it done before I could. So I will leave a link below in the description to kind of let you know where you can buy one of these things. Hopefully they're still available, and all these shortages that we're having isn't affecting this stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching the channel. Appreciate you guys supporting. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell so you won't miss our next videos. And we'd like to thank the person who asked to see this video. I appreciate it. It's the first time ever that somebody asked to see a specific thing, so a little momentous occasion here. But hey guys, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you soon.